You're listening to Popcorn Unscripted,
the podcast where we dive into movies and TV shows with no scripts, no filters, just real talk and plenty of popcorn.
I'm Bailey.
And I'm Dylan.
We're here to talk about everything we love
And love to hate.
in pop culture. So grab your popcorn,
Sit back.
and let's get this show started. Alright, so I can't say my usual intro because Dylan's not here, but okay, Makenna, it's episode 8.
Episode 8!
It's episode 8, girl!
No, I'm excited. Well, I think we're going to do it a little bit different today.
Yeah, we're doing we're doing a different genre entirely. We are doing horror today.
Yes. I, first of all, love horror movies. One of my favorites. One of my favorite genres is horror. Horse. Oh my god, I love horse. Horror. I mean, it can be both, I guess. Especially with Annabelle. Horror. Anyways, that's one of my favorite things, and I also love stuff that is based on true stories. So when this movie came out, I was super excited. When The Conjuring came out, super excited. I just love everything about it. Mm-hmm. And first thing I told Bailey, I said, hey. She said, yeah. I was like, next episode, let's do Annabelle. Especially right now, because she's on world tour. So
yeah,
if you're listening to this on your radio station, don't come here. I don't need you burning down our stuff. All right. I probably know half the prisoners here. Don't let them out.
No, don't let them out.
Yeah. Well, Bailey, are you ready to get into this?
I'm ready.
Alrighty. What were your initial thoughts when you first saw Annabelle, and did the movie live up to the hype for you?
Not really, actually. But I like the Conjuring movies. The second Conjuring movie is my favorite. Mm-hmm. Annabelle just didn't really hit home for me.
Okay.
I liked the horror aspects, of course, which then again, I hate dolls. So much because of Annabelle, because she freaks me the crap out.
I feel like the doll in this movie is less creepier than the real one.
And that's funny how true that is.
Yeah. The Raggedy Ann doll is so freaky.
Because it has this cutesy, like, outer shell, and then it's like, I'm gonna murder you, kind of inside.
I'm sorry, what? Are you possessed? What the hell was that? What the hell was that? Do I need to? I have water. Do I need to splash it on you
I'm sure
and
Mom
speak
has
Latin?
holy water here somewhere.
She probably does.
She has incense here.
It's gonna smell like lavender. Got some eucalyptus in there. Eucalyptus.
But yeah, I agree. The doll in the movie is definitely not as scary as the Raggedy Ann doll, in my opinion. But
I understand.
But yeah, I agree. But dolls in general, they're just creepy.
Yeah, my first impression of this movie, well, I watched it when it came out in like 2014, so It's been a long time.
Yeah, that feel old.
Oh yeah, it feels old.
It's like, I'm 25.
Yeah.
I was 14 when this movie came out.
Yeah, I was, 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I watched this, it was a lot scarier.
Yeah.
For my first impression.
Because you had tiny baby mind.
I still have tiny baby mind. Never grew out of it. Obviously.
Fair. That's fair, because I haven't either. That's fair.
But I thought it was so scary, and I think that's kind of what got me into actually wanting to, like, learn the story of Lorraine and Ed Warren, and, like, actually kind of, like, deep diving into all that.
Yeah.
But I loved it. When I first watched it, I watched it today, and I was like, "All right, I get it. It's kind of like it's supposed to be like
cliche,
a spinoff. Yeah,
almost.
It's very cliche, but for 2014, it was scary.
It was scary.
Jump scares were just coming out, and it was one of those things where it's just huge. And now jump scares are like in every game and
it's just
every
like,
movie.
oh, this is just. It's like, and watching it now, watching it back then, you probably couldn't predict them. But watching it now, I'm like, oh, a jump scare's about to happen, and then it happens, and I'm just like, that was just so predictable.
Right.
Because usually when you look at a horror movie and it has like a wide shot with the character off to the side, you know to look at the other side and then something's gonna walk by. It's like, you just know.
Little girl! Little girl! Get out of here!
Get out of here!
That was the scariest part.
The scariest part?
Yeah.
I don't
Where's the
even-
scariest part to you?
Probably the basement.
Oh, yeah, that
I
was
would
really
say
creepy.
I would say the basement, because I still have a fear of the dark.
Mhm.
Not necessarily of the dark, but what's in the dark. And that's always been a thing for me, is that I've always been afraid of what's in the dark, like
She's
what could be
of
lurking.
She's scared of what's in the dark, because it's usually me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I go, Bailey. She goes, what? I'm like, you want to go to Taco Bell? And then she doesn't get scared. Then we go get a chalupa box.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Speaking of jump scares, just for your first time watching it, it has a lot of jump scares. But do you think they were effective, or did they feel a little bit overdone?
I would say some were effective, and then some were kind of just like, okay, bro. Like, okay, listen, that was not necessary.
Wasn't necessary. You didn't have to spook me like that.
You didn't have to spook me like that. Or attempt to spook me like that.
Yeah, you didn't have to.
You
Come
didn't
on
have
now.
to do that.
Get it together.
Get it together.
Oh my god. Get here. Alright. So, how do you feel about the way that the film builds tension? Was it more about the atmosphere or outright scares?
Honestly, I think it was actually a good mix of both.
Okay.
In my opinion. Because definitely the music that plays in the background definitely sets the tone and the tension, especially in the basement.
Oh yeah, the basement scene I think is probably one of the more scarier.
It is.
Ones
I think that's
in the
probably like the
franchise?
most scariest part.
Oh yeah.
And then of course you have the end, which of course is very tense and very like, give me my baby.
Sacrifice. Bah! Bah! Catch you later.
Catch you later.
See you on the other side.
My soul.
See you on the other side. This is why we like never sit down and actually watch movies together,
because we just
we'd
make
get
fun of
nothing
them.
done.
Yeah, we wouldn't get nothing done, and we would just make fun of them the whole time.
Yeah. We can't watch anything. I would say it again. But I got bleeped out last time.
You did get bleeped out last time.
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let it happen. Alrighty. So, what do you think about the father and his role in the story? Do you think his character added something necessary, or was he just there for like a plot device?
Yeah, he was definitely there for just a plot device. Like, he
Yeah.
didn't do anything. He didn't do anything at all.
Well, he took her in the car.
He took her to the car, but I mean, other than that, he didn't do anything because he ended up getting he got booted to the night shift, and then he was just not there.
He was just not there the next day.
He was just not there at all. So it's like, it's mostly the wife having to deal with it on her own.
I know, and I feel so bad for her. Like,
yeah, for real.
Like, if my man was just like, oh, you're going crazy, this doll ain't doing nothing, and, like, he knows something's up because that doll just came out of the trash,
Yeah.
and you still gonna leave me at home by myself
With a doll.
with a doll that some crazy satanic woman was holding on to, and you know it scares the crap out of me? Divorce. I don't
Yeah.
care what medical advice you got. I don't care. Divorce.
I don't care. Divorce.
It runs in my family anyways.
Yeah.
Divorceitis. All right? An inflammation of divorce. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, man. You can take that doll and shove it right up your...
Rectum. Beep.
Yeah, that's right. Do another one. Alrighty. What does the movie connect with the horror mythology establishing in the Conjuring films. Do you think it expands the world in a meaningful way?
I honestly don't know where Annabelle is in the timeline of The Conjuring.
I think she's right smack dab in the middle.
I don't know, because they do mention Ed and Lorraine, but not, like, by name, but they mention, like, hey, there's these two people that are, like, over on the East Coast that could probably help.
Right.
You know, and, in which they eventually do get the doll.
Right.
And we know that.
Yeah. But one thing that we were talking about earlier is that this movie is not the same as the actual story.
Yeah.
The actual story is that there was a mother that bought the Raggedy Ann doll.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the place, but she bought it there and then she gave it to her daughter who was 28.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, no thanks.
No thanks,
I get
Mom.
it. It's the 1970s, but don't ever bring me a freaking doll for my 28th birthday.
Yeah, no.
All right, I'll sound ungrateful for that.
Just like, you could have bought me dishes.
You could have bought me like some laundry detergent, some dish soap, but you bring me this weird Raggedy Ann doll, and it comes out to be possessed. Thanks, Mom. Get out of here. If I die from this doll, you're not getting anything in my will.
No.
You did this to me.
You did this to me. You brought this upon me.
Yeah. But they said, like, the girl had, like, died in the field or whatever, and so...
Or was it a car accident?
It was in the field. No, it was in a car accident. Okay. It was just in a field. And, she died in the field when she was, like, 7 years old, and, her name was Annabelle, and they, like, said that it wasn't the doll necessarily that was, like, doing everything. It was the spirit that was tied to it or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it just started, like, leaving notes everywhere saying, like, help me, and just, like, scratching people, and, like, its head would go down weirdly. Just a lot of different paranormal things would happen. And so Ed and Lorraine came to the place, and, you know, they, like, kind of did their own thing with it. And first thing Lorraine said is, this is pure evil.
Yeah.
And so they, like, took it out of their house and, like, put it in this place, and they did, like, prayers and soaked the wood in holy water and, like, everything.
They also used real oak wood, I think.
Yeah.
For the box.
Yeah. And what's the one thing she said? Don't move it.
Don't touch.
Don't touch.
No touching.
No moving. Don't antagonize it. Don't even look it in the eyes. You know what we do? We do all the above.
We do everything.
Why?
We do everything she said not to. Mama Lorraine knew what she was talking about.
Mama Lorraine knew exactly what she was doing. She knew exactly what was going to happen in the future, and we still freaking did it.
We still do it.
And we still do it.
Heck, she's on world tour right now.
She is. Like, freaking Hannah Montana, bro. Like, are you kidding me? Put that bitch back in the box. Put her ass back in Connecticut.
Put it back.
Put it back.
We didn't ask for this.
We didn't ask for this to be on the 2025 bingo card. Like, good lord. Put her back, man.
Just put her back.
Just put her up. All right. I'm sorry. We got off topic.
It's fine. Me and Dylan do that all the time, so you're good.
It's fine. It's fine. So the film uses a lot of darkness and shadows. How do you think this affects the way that we perceive Annabelle as a threat? Does this unknown make it scarier?
I would say yes. Because lighting and things are very important when it comes to a horror movie. So it's like, if you're in a brighter area, that means the character's safe. If you're in a darker area, then that means something may or may not happen. Like, the basement scene is a good example of that. She gets in the elevator, it's nice and bright in there, and then when the elevator doors keep opening and closing... God, I was just like, I would have been standing there, I'd be looking down the hall at this demon, being like, would you stop?
Yeah, could you at least let me go up
Could
one
you
floor?
let me go up like one floor,
Can
please?
you at least let me make
and
me
then
feel like
chase
I'm making an
me
achievement?
so I don't have to run like down a little bit and
Don't
go
even
up the
chase
stairs.
me, bro. Just like end it.
Just,
like
just stop.
just stop. Like if you're gonna do your thing, do your thing. I give up. Like
just stop.
yeah, I'm not gonna run.
I'm not gonna run. I'm just.
I barely run for my health.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not running to.
It's like,
keep
listen, I've
going.
got a heart condition. Like, what do you expect from me?
Either way, I'm dead. Pick one. Oh my god.
Just like, please.
Either put me out of my misery or make me wait. Pick one.
Just pick one. Just pick one.
Just pick one, dude.
The devil just kind of just like looks at his watch, looks back up. Nah, I'll make you wait.
Well, damn. Such a tease. Oh, good. All right. What do you think? Wait, what in the world? What do you I'm going to read exactly how it says.
Okay.
What do you think Annabelle did better than other horror films in terms of creating tension, and where do you think it fell short?
Okay, it did make sense.
It did make sense. More and more I read it, I was like, yeah, I'm just illiterate.
Honestly, since 2014, I would say it was probably peak horror at its time. But nowadays, not so much.
Yeah.
There's like so much better horror out there that it's like it Annabelle just doesn't hold a candle to what they do now in horror films.
No.
That it just doesn't hold up anymore.
No, and
I don't think.
it's been turned in such a joke so much too.
Yeah.
I remember the one thing that comes to my mind when I saw the scene of like her turning her head in the chair was this Vine that I watched back in 2015, 2016. And it was like, hi, welcome to Chili's.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Yeah. Oh, was it Chili's? I think it was, yeah, it was Chili's.
Was it Chili's?
I think it was either Chili's or Wendy's. No, it was Chili's. It was definitely Chili's.
Yeah, definitely Chili's.
Because it was already a joke then, and then Annabelle turned her head, and it's like, hi, welcome to Chili's.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just, and like you said, the first comment on the video, on what you were looking.
On the verse, it was a review on Letterboxd. Actually, I'm actually pulling it up right now. The first one that's like in the top popular reviews. I had shared this with Makenna this morning when we were watching it, and the review says that doll needs a shower so bad you'd think because she's walking around people's houses she would think to get in the shower for once. No, I know she smells.
She just looks crusty.
Which makes sense because she was literally in the trash. She was literally in the garbage can. So that comment now makes sense to me.
Put her in the trash.
Just put her in the trash and then don't clean her up afterwards. It's like, what are you doing, woman? Like, do you not like the doll anymore? You don't like the doll anymore that you don't want to take care of it?
I wouldn't either if
I
some woman
either.
just wrote on my doll.
Yeah.
And died with my doll. I'd be like, yeah, put her in the trash.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wash her either.
Just sell her. Maybe she'll be worth something.
Dude, don't even sell her.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's like the priest said in the movie, you can't destroy what wasn't created.
yeah.
Which I kind of liked how he put that. I was just like, that's actually a really true statement. Because you can't destroy something that's not real.
Yeah, that's very true. I 100% agree with that. It was, I liked the priest in the movie.
Yeah, I do too.
I'll
He
be
was actually really, I liked him.
Yeah.
He did really well.
I loved him in the movie. I feel like personally he did add something to the story.
I think he did too.
Like, I know he was kind of just there for like the plot as well. Like, I get it. But I like that he kind of like he watched the couple in the beginning, and then he watched them have their baby, and then he got to watch her grow up, and then all of a sudden he's
Yeah.
But it's also kind of funny too, because when he was in the car, that kind of symbolizes what actually happens to real people when they go see Annabelle. There was this couple that was like not exploring, but they were like looking at the Warrens' house, and they started antagonizing Annabelle in her
box.
Yeah, in her box. And on their way home, they crashed. And I think the boyfriend died, and the woman was, like, in bad condition.
Oh, wow.
After they left. So I feel like it's kind of like a...
Yeah.
I don't know the...
Karma.
Like, no, not a karma.
Not
I think it
karma?
was, like, a connection between the movie and the...
Oh, yeah.
Between
I
that.
getcha.
But I don't think, like, she's just gonna take full control of the vehicle.
No, which I thought it was dumb that the priest ended up putting her in the back seat anyway.
Yeah, like, at
it
least
was
put her
just
in
like,
the front.
if you know that the doll's possessed, why would you put it behind you?
First of all, I take better care of my food.
Yeah.
Like, I put my food in the front seat, turn on the seat
Exactly.
warmers, and put the seatbelt over so it doesn't fall. I take better care of my food. You gonna tell me you're not gonna take care of this possessed doll behind me?
Yeah.
She going in the front seat, muzzle, belt,
muzzle, belt,
I'm spraying
straight
holy
jacket.
water on her. Like, I'm speaking Latin the whole time. I don't even know Latin. All right?
I don't either.
I will pull up, what do people call? I will pull up a documentary on how to
documentary?
speak Latin.
Yeah.
And just play. I'll pull up Duolingo.
Duolingo.
I trust that owl. All right.
No, that owl will probably be possessed too.
That owl is probably Annabelle. As many times as I get a text, you missed your lesson today. You know what that means? I don't want to know what it means. You stay your butt over there.
You stay your butt over there,
Yeah.
Mr. Owlman. I'll stay over here.
I'll stay over here talking my crap to Annabelle. And you stay over there, all right? I didn't have to learn any more Latin after I dropped her off. I didn't have to know anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I do with my other languages. I don't ever use it. Out the door.
Yep.
You ask me how to say something else, I'm just like, I have no idea. I don't remember. Okay, what do you think about the main characters? Maya and her connection to the doll. Do you think she was a strong enough lead?
Oh, I'm gonna say no.
Oh.
I'm gonna say no. I mean,
Okay.
like, cause like I said, this movie's just kind of like your typical 2014 horror movie. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of story. It was more scares.
Yeah.
It was just more trying to scare you than it was trying to tell you a story. Which I think is why I like The Conjuring 2 so much, is because it told the story of that family so well.
Right.
And the horrors behind it.
Yeah.
And with this being like a background story, pretty much, because the original story is, like you said, with the mother giving the daughter a doll, Raggedy Ann doll. And so really, this movie was just a background story for Annabelle.
Right.
Is really all it was.
Yeah.
To me.
I 100% agree with that. And there's another one that came out. I think it's Annabelle Comes Home or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
been 3 of them.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them.
And I don't think I've watched the other 2.
I haven't even heard of the other 2 until today.
Like, what's this?
Yeah. Like, why did they make more?
They probably had to. I will say my favorite one out of that whole franchise, though, is The Nun. I
actually have not seen The Nun.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't like nuns either. For that reason. Nuns scare me.
I don't like nuns. Never go to a Catholic church, Bailey.
Well, funny enough, my Papa John's Catholic.
I'm gonna ask him if he has a robe and...
He doesn't.
Just be
I
like,
would
hey,
know about it.
can you
if
go
he did.
mug a nun? Go scare your
Oh my
granddaughter.
gosh.
Oh, Lord. Alrighty. What do you think of the ending? Was it satisfying, or did it feel like it left too much unanswered?
I honestly think it was satisfying because it did end up coming back to the black lady, because I don't remember her name. I'm not trying to be racist, I promise. I just don't remember the character's name. But but it kind of come back to her being like she had a purpose, but she didn't really know what that was for. So that kind of came back, and that kind of did like fulfilled her purpose. Right. I was just like, that's interesting. That was interesting to me, because I honestly thought that mom was gonna plummet. I honestly thought she was gonna do it, and then he ended up grabbing her, and I was just like, oh, thank God.
No.
Like. And then she just ended up grabbing up Annabelle, and she was like, this is my purpose. This is what I'm for. I'm supposed to be protecting you for your child.
Right. No, I 100% get that. I loved her in the movie.
Yeah, Evelyn is the character's name.
Yeah, Evelyn. To me, I always felt like Evelyn actually, like, knew that Annabelle was possessed. Because she always acted like she knew something was up.
Yeah, even when she first interacted with what's her name, the main character, she starts with M.
Maya.
When she first met her there in front of her bookstore, I think she felt something with her.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why she stopped her. Like, she felt like a presence, and like
but Maya was also looking at that book that was in the front of her store too.
Yeah, I think that Yeah. I know. The one time I don't have a thought. How crazy.
The one time I was just like, are you going to continue your thought?
I don't know, man. I just... Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And just, I kind of just forgot it. Going back to the ending, do you think it sets up for the other Annabelle films or, like, future horror stories in the Conjuring universe?
Since I've only watched this one and the first 3 Conjuring movies, I'm not exactly sure, because Annabelle, for the Conjuring movies, Annabelle's just kind of a side piece.
Hey!
Is a way to put it.
Be nice to my woman. Put some respect on her name. Why are you looking at me like...
I don't know why you want a doll like that, but okay.
I mean...
it's a cute doll.
I hate dolls, first of all.
She's just...
I absolutely hate dolls. Like, I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
You might laugh. You probably have already heard it, because Lord knows I like to repeat myself all the time.
Okay.
So... I used to live with my dad and my stepmom.
Uh-huh.
And so I stayed with my mom, I think, like, on the weekends or every other week.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was at my mom's house that week, and then I turned around and went back home. Well, when I came home, I, like, ran up the steps. You know how, like, kids run up the steps? They, like, put their heads down and act like a little, like, dog running up there.
I still do that.
I still do that, and I think I was 16 when I did that. So, I mean, I just did it. But I, like, looked up at the last second, and there was a doll in my face.
Oh.
And I screamed my ever-loving head off. And I heard a little chuckle in the background. And I looked, and my dad and my stepmom were bursting out laughing. And I was like, God, I hate you guys. And so I put the doll, like, on the couch, and I went back upstairs, right? And so I'm, like, trying to unpack, and then I go and lay in my bed. There's another freaking doll! I'm like, hello? And so I scream again, of course, because, like, oh my God, there's a doll in my bed. Oh my God. So I, like, drop it down, and when I dropped it down on the couch, the head shattered.
Oh, no.
And so, you know, they're porcelain dolls, so there was a little dust everywhere. First thing my stepmom's gonna say, oh, you done did it now. They're out. What do you mean they're out?
What do you mean they're
What
out?
do you mean they're out? What do you mean? And so they just started laughing because, like, they knew it freaked me out. I'm not joking. Every freaking day they would put that damn doll in a different spot. All right? One day it was hanging in my shower.
Oh my gosh.
The next day it was sitting in my driver's seat when I was going my way to school.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And I didn't even get to school that day. Like, I told them, I said, you either move it or I'm not going to school.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not touching that thing.
Uh-huh.
And they would just put it in other random places. So, like, one day I took the doll and, like, hung a string around it and just put it in their shower and please leave me alone. I'm tired. But
I'm tired of you putting me places.
I'm tired of this thing. When I asked them, I was like, where'd you guys get this thing? They were like, at a yard sale. I'm like, that's even worse.
That's even worse.
Why?
Why do people get possessed so?
Why would you buy two? Why would you double the risk? I'm like, why would you do that to me? Like, I ain't done nothing wrong. I came home to just to be loving and supporting, right? And I come home and there's these damn dolls staring at me, and one lost its eye. So imagine how creepier that was. And it was a clown too.
Oh, clowns are worse.
It was a doll that had a clown costume on. I'm like, this is horrible.
Yes.
I hate it here.
Yes.
I want to leave. I need more of an adult.
Well, it's like my granny. She had a room full of them.
Oh, God.
And it was the room I had to sleep in when I stayed at her house.
Oh, no.
So imagine that. Being scared of dolls and having to sleep in a room full of them.
Well, leaning into the question that you just asked me, if you were in the movie, how would you handle having Annabelle in your home? Would you have left the doll alone? Or would you have tried to destroy it?
I would have tossed her out the door and ran her over with the lawnmower. Tore her to shreds.
For shreds?
Tore her to shreds.
I would have been like Jason. And just...
Shing.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands with that thing. Because, it's just a raggedy doll, so like... Well, this one, the other one in the movie is the porcelain one.
I think the one in the movie is porcelain.
Yeah, the one
she
in the
looks
movie...
porcelain.
I think she is porcelain.
But funny enough, she didn't break when she landed.
That's how you should have known. You should have known right then and there.
Yeah.
It's not breaking?
That would be funny if I try to run it over with the lawnmower and then it's perfectly fine.
I just would be laughing because you rode a lawnmower. I'd be like, yeah. Get it, I guess.
She'll be fertilizer.
Fertilizer?
Either that or my dog would... I would give it to my dog and she would rip it apart and eat the stuffing and then she'd poop it out.
Yeah, and then she would become possessed.
Then Annabelle will be my dog.
That's my dog, Annabelle. She's for sale.
She's for sale if anybody wants her.
$6.66.
But she would. My dog would totally do that.
God, my dog.
She would do it.
My dog, first of all, he's, bless him, he's so freaking short, you couldn't do anything to it. Alright? For the people that don't know, my dog
Baxter.
is Golden Retriever. You're like, oh, that's a pretty big dog, right? It's mixed with a Basset Hound.
Yeah.
That dog?
He's big and small at the same time.
Dude, he's longer than he is tall. Like, it's so depressing. I call him the dog off of Toy Story, the Slinky dog.
The Slinky dog.
He's got such a long body but such little legs. And when he runs, dude, he tramples over his legs. Like, I watched this dog full-blown run and fall. Because he lost, like, balance. I'm like, his body is unproportional. Like, he's gonna lose balance because there's nothing balancing the rest of it. But, yeah, like, if he got a hold of Annabelle. God, I am struggling today. If he got a hold of Annabelle, I don't think he would do anything to it. I think I'd have to wait like 3 weeks before he gets to it to get it done
then again, dogs know. They can sense stuff, so...
Oh, yeah.
They might not even touch it.
Oh, yeah, easily. I feel like he would look at me and then look at the doll and then look at me and be like,
You throw that out.
You throw it out. I know you want me to mess with it. I know you don't want to mess with it. Get rid of it. I don't want nothing to do with it either.
Get rid of it on your own.
Yeah. I claim no negative energy.
That's no happen.
That's no happy. We have like a voice for our dog. So like the way that I was like hearing it was, no, I'm not doing that.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Oh yeah. I mean if you saw him, you'd be like, oh yeah, that fits perfectly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh hell no. That's what I was thinking.
Oh hell no.
Oh hell no. Mommy, you got me effed up. I ain't doing that. I don't care how much doggy treats you give me. I'm not doing that.
That's not happening.
I feel like my cats would be like, my friend, you're back.
You're back.
You're back. I missed
Like
you.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, God.
Do Beetlejuice for them. Be like, yeah, I'm back.
I'm back. You say Annabelle 3 times, and it's just like, she's there.
Yep.
It's
She's
just like
there.
Beetlejuice. Alright, if you had to pick, and I know you're probably going to be like, absolutely not. If you had to pick another haunted object to make a horror movie around, what would you choose and why?
That's a good question, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What about the doll from that we were talking about from Ghost Adventures?
Oh, yeah. Well, she's already possessed, though.
Yeah, but you don't have a movie about her.
No.
There you go.
But that would be interesting,
That
though.
would be interesting.
Well, any of the dolls that Zach has would be interesting. Because there's actually one that he has named Lucy, I think is her name.
Mm-hmm.
And her hair is made out of real human hair. And that's what makes her so unique, is that her hair is made out of real human hair. And that's probably why she's possessed. I don't know. But that's what people say is that's what's so unique about her. And I also think she's porcelain doll as well. I think Lucy's a porcelain doll.
I say we just get rid of all porcelain dolls.
All porcelain dolls.
And we just don't worry about it.
just break them all and
And then call it a day.
Call it a day. Just put them in a landfill somewhere. And just call it a day.
Call it a day. You know what? You know what I want to see? I want to see a possessed Hot Wheel.
A possessed Hot Wheel car.
Yeah.
That would actually be funny. It like
Funny.
rolls up under your foot. You go to stand up and you slip.
You're
You're just like, you little Hot Wheel car.
Or a possessed Lego.
Oh my gosh. A possessed, like, make it like a possessed Lego man. Like, it'd be like
It
a
just
little
goes
stick
and
Lego
like
man.
yeah, and goes and like builds stuff for you.
Yeah.
And just like gives you like a message.
It would be
in
like the Lego
form.
movie, but
Yeah.
horrified. That I would actually like to see that,
Dude,
a horror
I'd
movie, a Lego movie that's a horror movie.
Dude, I would be pissed because I'd just be walking. It would like throw itself at me every step I would take, and I'd just be sitting there like, you know what? I'm wearing shoes for the rest of my life. I'm wearing shoes around my house.
I'm wearing shoes.
I'm never going barefooted in my house ever again. I'm not dealing with this possessed Lego. I'm not doing it, man.
I'm not doing it.
Not doing
Not doing it. It hurts.
It hurts. I don't want to do it anymore. All right. My last and final question for you, Bailey.
Okay.
Would you recommend this movie to anybody? And if you did, what rating would you give it? 1 through 10.
No,
Oh,
not really.
I'm gonna cry.
I wouldn't. Mainly because it's 2025 and there's way better horror movies out there.
Okay.
To be fair.
to be fair, I give it to you.
Yeah. What I would give it out 1 out of like.
Like 1 being like this is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life, to 10 being this is the greatest thing that's ever been made.
I might give it 5.5.
All right, I'll take it.
I would do 5.5.
I'll take it. I would recommend it to anybody that is trying to get into like I guess like horror.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because
yeah.
it's not as scary.
Yeah, it's not as scary. It's not like as intimidating as most of
Yeah,
them are
like
nowadays.
it's not as like terrifying as like what is the movie? Not Home Alone, but what's Home Alone?
Home
so
Alone.
terrifying.
So terrifying.
What's the movie where they have like the house and it's like recording all the time and there's like ghosts and you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do, but I don't remember what it is.
Anyways, I wouldn't recommend that as your first movie.
Yeah.
I still to this day will not watch all of them because it scares me.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just does. I guess it's because it looks so realistic
Yeah.
that it terrifies me. Because like if that happened in my first of all, I live in an apartment. It would not happen in my apartment.
Mhm.
I'd probably get my neighbors calling the
Yep.
police every 5
Yeah.
seconds. But I still can't watch it to this day. It just freaks me out. Like, it scares me. Like, I couldn't sleep
Yeah.
after that. Like, I just couldn't do it. But Annabelle, I think, is like, especially now, I think it's one of those.
It's
that,
one
like,
of the easiest that I've seen.
It's one of the easiest.
Yeah. I say easy.
You say easy like you could go one-on-one with Annabelle.
I mean, I could. Like, I just...
It wouldn't work like that. She'd probably just back herself. Like, she'd probably build it back up.
No, I'd, like, break it, and then that demon would be standing behind me. I'd turn around and be like, oh, hello.
Hello, darkness.
And he would just look at me, and he would just raise his hand and just, like, do a little wiggle of his hand, and then I'd just bolt.
And then you have a heart attack.
And then I have a heart attack.
And then I have to sit there like...
Well, this is what you get for trying to break a doll's neck.
This is what happens when you try to recreate the Rice Krispie commercial. Alright, leave the cereals and the dolls alone. Leave them out of it.
I will say, the one doll that I would take care of is a doll named Brahms. Have you ever seen The Boy?
Oh, I love that movie.
I like it too. I was just like, all you have to do is just take care of the doll, and it, like, you know, and you're fine.
Well, I mean...
That's all you have to do. The poor little doll just wanted somebody to take care of it.
I mean, I kind of understand it too. Like, if I'm in a house, right, and you're like, oh, you need to take care of our son, and I'm expecting, like, you know...
An actual human
being, and I pull up and it's this damn off-brand Edward Twilight-looking thing. I'm not going to be nice either. Like, I'm going to be like, all right, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And then when I start hearing stuff in the walls, I'm going to be like, no, I'm just getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing this. But
it's like, but she had a place to live.
Yeah, I mean,
she would get groceries delivered to her. I mean, it's like, all you have to do is take care of a doll and you get, like, free living.
Yeah. Free room and board.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like, why would you not just take care of the doll and just take advantage of it?
Well, I think the parents also, like, they killed themselves, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
they ended up killing themselves because they
him.
didn't want to have to deal with Brahms anymore.
Yeah.
I
mean, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, not killing yourself, but, like, the part of, like, you know, like, her being like, all right, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to do this for the rest of my life. Yeah. But, yeah, I like the movie. There is a boy, too. I've not seen it.
I haven't seen... I think I've seen... I may have seen that one, but I don't remember it as well as the first one.
Yeah.
To be fair, honestly, this might... honestly thought the guy in the first movie who actually came out of, like, the wall with the... I actually kind of thought he was hot.
Oh, I did too.
Not gonna lie.
You know how many freaking TikTok edits I've seen of him coming out of the wall? They're like,
why did you make this guy so hot?
Yeah.
Like, why? He's supposed to be intimidating and scary. Why?
I ain't never been intimidated.
Be like, oh, like you came out the wall. You know, I'll just dump this guy and I'll just take care of you the rest of my life, you know?
Man, you know, you didn't have to use the doll. You just come out.
You just come out. You can hang, like, yeah.
Wait, okay.
He's like, okay.
The boy. The man.
That ain't no boy no more.
That ain't no boy. I'm starting to see why Dylan probably was like, we're not doing the boy review. He's like, there's too many simps out there. He's just like,
oh, no, we're not doing
the boy review.
We're not doing that one now.
No. But overall, I think the movie was fine. I like it personally. If you're definitely wanting to get to learn more about Lorraine and Ed and knowing the jokes behind Annabelle and all this other crap, watch it. It's funny. I say funny.
If you say so funny.
It's
fun to make fun of.
Yeah, it's fun to make fun of, and it is an iconic movie.
It is.
I mean, it is iconic.
I can agree with that, yeah.
But yeah, for me, it would just been like a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
7 out of 10. It's not hard to please me on a movie. Like, yeah, it's not hard for me, but yeah.
That's all for today's episode of Popcorn Unscripted.
Thanks so much for tuning in.
If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Pop Unscripted, then Popcorn Cinema on Facebook.
And let us know your thoughts or any suggestions for future episodes. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out any future episodes. We upload every Wednesday and Saturday.
If you'd like to send us a message or subscribe for bonus content, check out the links in the description.
Your support means a lot and helps keep the conversation going.
If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to leave us a review. It helps us out a ton, and we love hearing your thoughts.
Until next time, keep your popcorn close
and your movie critiques closer.
Thanks for listening to Popcorn Unscripted.